Hello and welcome to this week's video. This is me, Trina Kavanagh-Thomas, Intuitive Mind and Body Coach. And I'm here with you today because at this moment I am running an amazing event. And you know what? When we do things like this, right? When we run events or when we're doing something new or when we're working with new people as well, we can get a lot of fear that builds up in us. We can have a lot of self-doubt. Our self-belief can go down a notch or two. So certain things come up for us and they affect our eating patterns in many different ways. You may find that when you do a video or when you show up in a group or something like that and you speak, you may find that you're a lot more hungry than what you would usually be. You may find that you're able to snack on maybe over half a pizza or a full pizza, or maybe half a bar of chocolate or a full bar of chocolate, or maybe a flapjack involved as well, or maybe let's just add a few other things on the side too. And sometimes we do that because we're holding down stuff. We're holding down things that we do not want people to know about us. No, and the reason why I'm talking about this video today is because I go through the exact same thing. And this is what I teach you. I teach you to understand that when you do eat those things, right, that it's okay, that it's not time to beat yourself up over these things. It certainly isn't time to beat yourself up, because the issue is when you beat yourself up over those things, we go into that cycle of keeping doing it rather than lessening the cycle. So how do you lessen the cycle? Now, you could do this. So you could actually go, right, okay, I'm just going to move that to one side, right? And you can put it to one side and then you can allow whatever emotions need to come up. Oh my God, there's no food around. That type of stuff. Or, you can voice out and just get not very happy about it. You can become, you get to the point of frustrated where you're like, enough is enough, no more. You can go down that route as well, and that means for some of us, you have to face what's going on inside. You have to face what's going on in you, right? You have to face the emotion behind why you're keeping the food down in the first place. And a lot of people come and work with me because at some point in their life, no one's believed in them when they've spoken about something that was pretty traumatic. Now, they've done the therapy, they've done the coaching, they've done the personal development, so they know that that situation in their life exists. And that is one of the situations that shows up in self-belief in the work that I do, especially behind eating patterns. We keep it down to protect ourselves. Even, doing the work that I've been doing recently, and sometimes I feel it and I'm like, oh my God. And then I'm like, oh my God. And then, I'm able to get a bit frustrated and I go, okay, right. Okay, that's it. And I get quite, and then all of a sudden, like the emotion comes up, of I wasn't believed in. No one believes in me. Because I wasn't believing in this certain event. And I don't believe that event happened because no one else believes that event happened. Are you hearing it? Because that, even though I'm talking about it comically, it's not a comical situation to talk about for me. However, right, for me, this is the way I process and this is the way I deal with it. And many of us process and deal with things in this way because it makes it easier for us to deal with. And that's okay. However you deal with things in your life is okay, and that's how you deal with them. Now, for people who come to me are going through that place of, I am overfeeding myself so fucking goddamn much that I'm getting to the point now where I don't know how to stop. I don't know how to stop. And it is like every time I'm going through this period of business growth, and I don't know how to fucking stop, and I feel it. I feel like this, I genuinely, and it's not about stopping per se, Because for some of you, it might be about stopping, but other people, it is about a compound effect. It's about small changes for some of you. For some of you, it might be, okay, I feel the emotion coming up over and over again, right? And you're going through that process of the emotion. And then over time, the emotion gets less and less and less and less and less. And as the emotion gets less and less and less and less and less, that's when you notice, oh yeah, I'm not actually going to reach for this situation anymore. And in fact, smaller situations aren't as a big situation. You know, they're not a massive situation anymore. So you're able to go through and go, okay, well, I don't react in that way to that situation anymore because I've actually released a lot of emotion that's actually behind it. And, you know, for many of you, you will. And for many of you, you won't, right? And as I said before, you know, for some of you, well, people who work with me anyway have already gone through therapy, have already gone down the route of personal development, have already accessed this work. I don't work with people who have never looked at any of their traumas, do not want to look at their traumas, or even, you know, see them as a stepping stone to something else. That's not where my work lies. That is not my, what's the word I'm looking for? That is not my repertoire, and that is not my job. It isn't. I'm a coach, right? I take you down, lift you back up, take you higher than where you're meant to go. I don't get you to function in life, right? If you want to function in life, if you're not functioning already and you want to function in life, then you need to be working with someone who's a therapist, or someone who's really good at therapy, and someone who's pretty self-goddamn aware as well. That's really important nowadays. Someone who's aware of their own life experiences, rather than someone who doesn't have any life experiences. I mean, you can still get really good coaches, therapists who don't have any life experience. But for me personally, you know, life experience trumps everything. So before I leave it there, this is what I want to recap on. You are not broken, firstly, right? There are going to be times where you're going through a period of business growth, or you're going through a life change, or something that sets off your nervous system and goes, oh my God. That the first thing you're going to reach for afterwards is a shitload of food. And then you're going to start to feel guilty after reaching for that shitload of food. Now you've got the choice at that point to go, right, okay, I'm actually quite frustrated with this now. And I'm a bit pissed off, to be honest. I'm a bit pissed off. How do I move through this next step? That's where I come in. Right, how do I move through that next step? You can tune into your body to do this. It doesn't need to be long and lengthy. It can just be short and quick, and you're going through a cycle. And all that you're doing is living your life dead happy, cycling through this emotion. Living your life dead happy, getting this, and then this emotion comes up again. Happy, up, happy, up. And then all of a sudden, after a certain period of time, you go, shit, that food has no attachment to me anymore. This has happened over here. That memory has just come up, and I've got no attachment to that food anymore. And that's how you know you've gone through a state of healing. That's how you know you're coming through the other side. That's how you know that you're just human. That you're human and you have all these feelings, right? So even like doing this video now, this is like a scary video for me. It is. Because even talking about this right now, you know, I might get someone who goes, oh my God, that's not how it works and stuff like that. Let me just tell you for now, right? Living that experience and actually working with clients, going through that experience, it's worked for us, and it's worked very well. Right? And it's worked very well. And that's why I teach it. And I'm confident in teaching it as well. And that's the difference. Okay. Because the thing is, at the end of the day, everyone goes through their processes differently. Everyone does things differently, right? Everyone comes through the other side differently with any kind of health. Now, a lot of my clients may not go through this process, and a lot do. Everything is horses for fucking courses. It is. What suits one person may not suit another. Right? So, I'm going to leave it there. Have an amazing day. Thank you.